And to celebrate National Radio Day, we have a radio personality. Please welcome the one and only Indra Bekti.
Hey!
You're me!
Guys! 106.6 FM.
Whoa!
I am very excited today because I get to see you in person and I get to interview him because I grew up watching him on
Oh
TV.
my God, thank you very much. On TV, not in the radio.
Oh,
I grew up watch him on the magazine as well.
That's right.
As the cover of that magazine, right?
Yes, as a
you've been
model.
everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
You're literally
Until
everywhere.
right now.
Well,
You should.
Should be like that.
but you're also an announcer, right?
That's
For
right.
5 radio stations.
Exactly.
Now, could you please tell us what's your job like and how do you feel
Well,
being
I
an announcer?
feel so blessed up until now because this is actually my own dream, right?
Being
Well, way
a radio
before.
announcer or
As a radio announcer too.
right.
As an entertainer, yeah. But before that, when I was a kid, I used to, hear the radio, and then I pretend as a radio announcer,
Okay.
and I tape that on my own, and I listen to myself, my own voice. So it's like just like an announcer at that time. So you know that it's like the law of attraction that if you dream something and then you think about it every time and then all of a sudden it's just voila, it's like that, and I become a radio announcer. So at first it's in 2000, year of 2000. My friend was already in a radio, and he told me that there was opening for a new announcer, and it's called MTV Radio.
Wow.
It's like a teenager radio, and it will become big at that time. And then I applied, and I got in. And then I got it's quite prestigious program.
Yes.
It's a morning show. So I got a morning show. And then it's 13 years in MTV Radio. I moved to Prambors, and then I moved to female radio. I moved to, right now, V Radio.
Be radio. So
But, did you receive any sort of training after
Yes, of
being
course.
accepted?
Yes,
How
when
long
I got
was
in,
it?
and then I got training for about 3 months. And after the 3 months, and then actually it's not that really. It wasn't smooth because I was told that you are already an announcer, but not as with no voice at first.
Okay.
At first, I used to as an operator,
really,
and then before I got the morning show.
Yeah.
So at that time I quite sad at that time because I have no voice. No one knows about me, but it's a quite actually a funny moment that it's still like a manual or analog system. So I still have this tape A, tape B with CDs, So when there was a regulation that we cannot play the song called Venga Boys.
Oh, really? Why?
You like to party. You like
Yes.
to party. Well, it's not allowed in our radio at that time.
Right.
So I want to change to other song, but I should eject the tape B actually.
Okay.
So it was a mistake. It's a big mistake. I eject the tape A, and
you
then the
played it?
radio
Played that song.
dead air.
Oh, dead air.
Dead air. And then, oh my God, what should I do? And then I just play anything, and I played that song.
Oh my
Lord.
The Venga Boy song.
Oh no.
And I got scolded, and then, oh my God, it was so terrifying.
But they didn't fire you, right?
But fortunately, there was someone that in the morning show, I think he was absent at that time, and then I become his substitute, And then
And the rest is his history.
that's right.
You perform very well.
Exactly. And then they like my performance in the morning show.
Yeah.
And this person that actually as the announcer. So he is being changed into me. So he's not work anymore because of me.
Wow.
Really?
And that's the beginning of your career.
Right, so Krizia and Bekti, this is my first time. I already knew that you had the history as a radio announcer. So did you do it by yourself when you got your first morning show, or you have a duet?
Duet.
Oh.
I got with I'm never be as a solo DJ. Well, I used to have with partners like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And I used to be with Atta and then Kemal, the announcer, also Lembu, and then with Indi Barens also.
My favorite. You too.
Before and after your most phenomenal TV show?
Oh,
You did
with
it.
Indi Barens?
Yes.
After.
After, right?
After the Ceriwis, and then the radio, the female radio at that time, they asked us to be like together because they know that our chemistry is already there.
So you tell us, what is the most excitement for being a DJ or a radio announcer rather than the other role of yourself as an entertainer, like an actors and then maybe a actor also in a movie?
Yep.
Music producer.
Music producer.
Yeah.
What is the most excitement as being a radio personality?
Because you can express yourself, and then you can make other people to have their own imagination, because we can make them relate to our daily life, and we can talk to the listeners. And then we can tell any kind of story, like a chat with our partners, and then chat with the listeners also. So we become their friends, something like that. And then we can have any kind of show in there, rather than a TV show, because a TV show, have to be your appearance have to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
And in radio, you don't have to be perfect.
As long as your voice.
Exactly.
Even you don't have to take a bath in the morning.
Exactly. That's right. They don't know about it. And then we can share anything.
Right.
So in TV, on TV, you just have to follow the script.
Yeah.
And then the subject, you have to follow that, right? But in radio also there's a topic about it, but in a certain segment, you can just share what you've got and then just share it to others, and then the people or the listeners, they can relate to their stories,
Right.
and then we become friends, something like that.
It feels
There's-
more authentic, maybe, yeah?
Exactly, yeah.
More room for exploration in the
Right.
radio.
Exactly.
Well, Akira
Yeah.
have mentioned before that you can do it all. I mean, radio announcer, TV host, singer, actor, you name it.
Yeah.
And
But-
right now is a music
Producer.
producer as well.
Exactly. I mean, how do you manage to be so good at each one of them? And how do you transition? For example, you must have started from one career first, and then you expand your talent into something else. Tell us about it.
So yeah, I love this job, and then when you love the job, and the job will love you, and then all of a sudden, you will have other chance to explore yourself, and then the people that see us as a personality and as a professional, and then they will give you something that maybe we can help them to help in their programs or events, and then thank God, and I have this kind of skill that I learned from school. I learned from the training, And then and then what? This is what I am, and I got the, I don't know. This is gift from God that I can, when the chance come to me, and then I just do it, and they love it, and well, this is what I am right now.
Yeah. But if you have to choose one,
I cannot choose that.
if
No, I
which
can't.
one would you
Don't push me.
Well, maybe as a presenter, maybe that's one of the most
Presenter.
job that I love. Because when I was a kid, also I saw TVRI, right?
Right.
And then there was Mas Tantowi Yahya. He became the presenter, the host at that time. And then I love the way he talked, the way he's really clever, and he just enjoy himself to talk with the contestant there. And then I followed what he said in the mirror, like that. I become like a presenter on the mirror. And then sometimes I'm with other friends. They just be the contestant. I interviewed them when I was a kid.
Right.
I was a kid. I don't know then, and now I become a presenter. Actually, my first job before radio is actually a presenter on TV.
Right.
And
So your first job is
a kids program. It's really.
I watched that show,
That's
by the way.
right.
with
So,
Agnes Mo, right?
Yeah, for those of you at home watching and aspires to be a TV presenter, you can copy Indra Bekti by faking it until you
Yeah.
make it.
That's right.
Right?
Well, actually, I had the same experience, but for news reading, actually. So here I am right now.
Here we
But
are.
actually, your job is one of my dream too.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So I want to read
This teleprompter.
the prompter, something like that. And then when there was a TikTok challenge,
Yep.
yeah.
You should
be
try
an
that.
announcer, I tried it in English.
Yeah.
I tried it and it was good.
You can do anything. You can do anything.
You are an
right?
entertainer, right? A true entertainer.
Right.
So, Bekti, since right now today we are still celebrating the National Radio Day, so what do you call for yourself when you change your career from radio announcer to your next career at that time?
Yeah.
Did you change this because, let's say, something less advantage from being
No.
a radio DJ, or just like you said, it's just a calling when it's the next
That's
opportunity
right.
came?
That's right. When you good at something, so people will listen and people will trust us. So because of radio, I become like this. So I'm really, really thankful, and I become a radio announcer. So I learned how to talk in, fastly, like switch something when there was a troubleshooting, and then I should have, face it like right away, because it's like actually live. It's not taping
Right.
team.
So no dead air principle is really
Yes, no dead
Train
air.
you, yeah?
Yes, you should, switch something to other topic, and then you have to save your show, right?
Right.
But the show must go on, something like that, and then so I learned how to when I was a presenter, and because also I was an announcer, so it's relate
It's
to each other.
beneficial, right?
Yes, it's beneficial. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, when we are working on a
Yep.
television station, when dead air happens, the production crew can roll a footage or something. Meanwhile, you as a radio announcer, none of them can do anything because they rely on your voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
and your knowledge at the same time, right?
Exactly. But
Yeah.
throughout your career, have you ever experienced any dead air during on air?
Thank God.
Never?
Never.
That's amazing. I mean,
So
you've been doing this.
I just talk and talk like that, and then I should save my own show, and then when it was maybe like something like dead air, something like that, we should well, yeah, maybe apologize to what happened. And so actually it's not because of me. The dead air is because of the system, you know.
Right.
The transmission itself is dead because of that. And after that, I have to well, this is actually a good experience when it was, we had a earthquake.
Right.
I worked in 8th floor and
Okay.
it was earthquake. And
You feel it, right?
I felt it, and then my partner just like, wow, earthquake, we should get out, And then like, okay, everyone just calm down, and then I ran.
But no dead air. Because
No dead
you still
You still have to
Give the
stay in
ad-libs,
program, yeah.
All right, so I think since we are celebrating National Radio Day and we want to challenge Bekti right now,
Yep.
Yeah.
we would like to wish your wish, yeah, to give your wish to read some news, yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly.
Yeah.
Read some news, but with a twist.
Right.
You're gonna have to put some emotions in it
Okay.
based on our command, right?
Okay.
So there will be a script. You can read it. Don't worry. But like for example, when we said happy tone, you got to read it happily.
Okay.
And when we say sad, you got to change the tone into a sadder version
All right.
of your voice.
Okay.
So here's
I'll
the first.
take the chance.
Do you mind taking off the mask
Yes, of
so
course.
the audience can see your
Mine.
So
Yeah.
you
Full
can
face.
maybe you can make some improvisation, like make some opening for the segment
Yeah.
according to you.
Okay.
This show is a 3-hour news show.
3-hour
With you,
news show.
Yes.
Indra Bekti, right?
Yeah.
All right,
The
are you
first
ready?
the first news is about SpaceX with Happy Tone, right?
Yes.
It's a happy tone.
Right.
Okay.
So make the opening first,
Yes,
and then
okay.
do it.
So you can see the words inside the bracket. That's your cue
Okay.
to what tone you should deliver.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Opening.
Okay. Hi there! How are you guys? Welcome to 3 Hours News Show. And now I'd like to give you our first news. It came from SpaceX. It's the SpaceX launched more satellites to low Earth orbit on Saturday. A two-stage Falcon 9 rocket carrying the satellites took off from Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center in Florida after targeting a 9:20 p.m. liftoff due to weather.
Go on, Saturn.
And then, set tone. The payload consisted of 34 Starlink satellites and its SD Space Mobile Blue Walker 3. The latter is a test satellite which aims to build the first and only space-based cellular broadband network to be accessible by standard smartphone.
Now firm.
Okay, firm. Falcon 9's first stage landed on the drone ship, a shortfall of gravity's positions in the Atlantic Ocean. About 8 minutes later, completing the record-breaking 14th flight for the first stage SpaceX booster.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now,
And then the next one is like you are in a weak
A weak
situation, yeah.
tone.
Weakness tone.
Okay.
okay.
SpaceX has launched more than 3,000 and 250 satellites into low Earth orbit with 2,000 and 470 operational. According to an online tracker, the company launched its first 60 satellites in May 2019.
Oh!
How did it go?
What a
You're
true
in.
entertainer
You're in.
you
We're
are.
looking for a male anchor, you know.
Yes.
It's the head of talent, so you're in.
Please,
You're in.
Make me
I'll
judge
tell our editor in chief that Bekti is really suitable for this position. So how did you do that? Because you are a purely
Well,
entertainer. for that.
actually, I was before the announcer thing. I was a dubber, you know.
Dubber, yeah.
Yeah.
Dubber,
For,
right.
Cartoon, Japanese cartoon. I dubbed into Indonesian language.
Uh-huh.
And I used to work in other station as a English dubber.
Wow, that's
But,
why. It's,
wait a minute. Do not spill all the information
okay.
because we have to go on a little break. But don't worry
All
because
right.
after the break, we will still continue to talk with Indra Bekti. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here on the 3 Hour News Show on See Today.